Hey everyone, it's John Morley, and welcome once again to my channel, Positive Vibrational Waves. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are an existing subscriber, then welcome back. If you do enjoy the content that I provide here on the channel, I would appreciate it if you would go ahead and click on the subscribe button at the right-hand side. If you give us a thumbs up, that'd be great. And also go ahead and smash that bell so that you're notified when I publish future content. So this week I was thinking about what I wanted to share with you, and something that came to mind was chunking. So a lot of times people get misconstrued, get a little bit overwhelmed, become negative because the project that they're working on is so immense, and it's impossible to imagine someone completing that whole project in one step because it doesn't happen. Just like if a bridge was being built, there are many stages to it. A house, there are many stages to it. The ground has to be prepared. Once the ground is prepared, a proper footing has to be put in, the foundation. After the foundation is put in, then that gets inspected. Then we have to go ahead and start framing the building. Then we have to bring in things like plumbing, electrical. Then we have to put in sheetrock, and then we have to put the stages in like the windows, and then we have to final on the electric and final on the plumbing. So in life, when you have challenges that seem so daunting, and I know this has happened to me before, just take the challenge and break it into a chunk. So this whole week, I'm going to be giving you tips on how you can chunk different things. So let's take something you may want to do. Let's just say, for example, you want to write a book. And writing a book seems like a really big task. And it is. So first thing you have to do is come up with a concept for the book, okay? Once you come up with a concept for the book, maybe you'll come up with an outline, and then each part of that outline is going to be one section of the book. And you're going to just work on it little bit by little bit. So each chapter is going to be one part. And if the chapter is a big chapter, you may want to break that chapter into 4 parts. For example, let's say you're writing a book on how to build a house, okay, and stay within budget. Now, that seems pretty straightforward, but there's a lot to it. Even though what I told you about how to build a house, there's still a lot of things you have to do. So in the first chapter, you might be talking about budget and talking about the different kinds of budget. And you might break that down into budget that's going to basically come out of your pocket, budget that's going to come from a mortgage, okay? And then you're going to break that down, and then you'll write about those different pieces. You see, when you break them down, and you look at things as these little tiny steps in a total project, you feel really good when you get one of those steps completed. When more steps get completed, then so many steps, basically you have like a milestone. So what I'm telling you to do is forget about it being, steps and having big milestones. Make little mini milestones. One milestone might be just to write the first 10 pages, but give yourself small goals. And when you do that, it's going to work really a lot easier. So we're going to talk this whole week about how to solve a lot of different problems through chunking them into very small, manageable units. Of course, I hope that all of you had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. Of course, we were off. And one thing I didn't tell you is that when a holiday does come around, we're not going to broadcast on the holidays or do any recordings. There may be some exceptions, but for the norm, if a holiday comes around, especially any major holiday, then we won't be doing any type of a segment that particular day. And what I want you to understand is that, positive vibrational waves is not just a word, it is something that becomes part of your life. If you're coming to the channel and saying, gee, I just want to get a tip and I just want to change my life, well, that's great and I'm happy for you. However, if you really want to resonate and become truly positive and manifest miracles, it's a change of life. I'll give you a quick example. So, many of you know that I go to the gym every day, and I started out a lot heavier than I am now, and I lost quite a bit of weight. And there's another part to my weight loss, which is now building muscle and to tone my stomach. And this task seems really daunting. I'll be honest with you, but I get very happy and joyful with going to the gym, even though I'm not seeing tons and tons of weight being dropped right now because I was kind of plateauing. I'm starting to feel good about it again. And when I go, I know it's going to take some time, but then that plateau is going to break because my body's got to break the next point. And that's all it is. It's just staying motivated because a lot of times when we do a goal and we think that, it's not working, it's not that it's not working. It's just that sometimes we need to practice something for a while or we need to build up. So, for example, in the case of weight loss and lifting, it doesn't happen by just lifting weights one day. I mean, there's things you have to do. There's different types of weights you lift, different exercises, knowing when to advance to the next, adding more weights. And I think the challenge everyone has in life when it's a small task or a large task, mostly the large tasks, is that people become frustrated by their progress. And they often give up just when they're literally about to break through and see progress, they give up. And it has taught me that sometimes in life, it's not about, I'm going to say, the fact that you're going to get results in X days. It's about enjoying the process, enjoying what you're doing, feeling better. A wise person once told me, John, if you're doing something and you're feeling joy with that, go ahead and do that. If you're having joy holding a kitten or a dog, or let's say just going in nature, then do that. If you're having joy listening to music, then do that. Do what it is that makes you feel joyful, that makes you feel happy. If you get joy helping people, volunteering like I do, then do that. Your life is going to evolve into an immense purpose that you won't fathom immediately. It's going to be a really big picture, but it's not going to become clear until you start to do the things in life that you enjoy. Now, I don't mean, just going to a movie. Do other things in life that you feel joyful about. And when you feel joyful about things and you become your own best friend, you're going to see that there is a side of you that you were wondering where it was, that you were wondering, who is this person? How do I know this person? Going to the gym for a long time, I never thought that I would feel happy about going to the gym, about enjoying it. And I literally enjoy it. I love the sweat. I love the feeling I get, even the sensation of the fans blowing as I'm getting to the last hurdle of my biking or to whatever I'm doing, or even lifting weights. And I find that putting on music, I like to put on music that is going to motivate me and has kind of like either a dance routine or maybe it has a certain beat to it. And that kind of gets me pumped and charged. You see, a lot of people approach that, they're going to go to the gym and they're going to go for 4 weeks, or they're going to go for a month. And if I don't see results in a month or 2 months, well, I'm going to give up. Well, unfortunately, that's not how it works, because if you realize that everything in life is a progress, is a set of steps from, losing weight to becoming more self-actualized, to becoming friends with someone, to finding your soulmate, your life partner, to maybe becoming better at your job, or maybe you are learning a particular skill, such as in the community. Maybe you're being part of an emergency task force. And all these things seem very daunting because you don't think you can handle them. Well, I got news for you. You can handle them, but just realize that everything in life needs to be taken in small little nuggets. So that's why I'm dedicating this entire week. So today we talked about a house. Tomorrow we're going to talk about another project that I think is going to be pretty near and dear to some people. And I'm just going to just give you lots of examples on how it is that you can choose to employ nuggets or breaking things down into these very small little manageable components. And then you can say, oh, yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Like with the house, well, you need to lay the blocks in a certain order. Oh, I can do that, right? And not so much you're doing it, but someone else is doing it. It's just understanding the process. And I've got lots more examples that we're going to go through. So this is really important because if we can understand the fact that things in life that seem so complicated and so challenging, they're really not if we just look at them from the layers they're put together. And I'm going to go ahead and do that with a lot of different things. And it's going to like cause an epiphany in your head. You're like, oh my gosh, if I just break that down a certain way. So I'm going to come up with a lot of the common ones that I know a lot of you are probably struggling with. And if you're having an issue with this or you want me to talk about a particular area and break it into nuggets for you, just go ahead and comment below and tell me what it is. And again, this channel is here to help improve the quality of your life. As you know, I enjoy spending time with you, and I enjoy making a difference in other people's lives. And not only is that my focus, which is my main focus, I never believed that doing this was going to give me such immense reward, which it does. I feel so great every time I publish a video, and I know that I have the potential of helping someone out there in the world, anywhere in the world. So this week is going to be a little bit different. The videos aren't going to be as long. And again, if there's a series or a theme you want me to cover for you, just let me know about it in the comments, and I'll be happy to put together a week on a theme and cover lots of different areas. And that's pretty much all it is. So this week's theme is when something seems daunting and something seems impossible, it's not. Just go ahead and start breaking things down in components. And again, we're going to have this whole week together to talk about different projects that people may just kind of rack their heads and be like, oh, I can't do it. And you know what it is? They give up. I'm going to tell you a quick story before we go. There was a task that I needed to do. And many of you know I do public speaking. Well, in public speaking, there was a presentation I needed to do. And although it wasn't complicated in what I had to present, the steps to how I had to get credit for it were just crazy. And I'm like, I don't get this. And so what I did is I broke it into components and I just started to understand the little pieces, okay? And so we're going to talk about that. And then later on in the week, we're going to talk about how you can take these pieces and make learning more fun and more manageable and more comprehensive by using pieces. But that's not till like Sunday. So this entire week, everyone, we're going to talk about projects. We're going to talk about how you're going to break them down and give you some examples of some exact ones. So today we talked about how you can build a house on a budget. Okay, even if you're not the one building it, you are involved in the process. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you very much for stopping by my channel tonight, Positive Vibrational Waves. If you do enjoy my content, I would greatly appreciate it if you give us a thumbs up. And also, go ahead and smash the subscribe and also smash the bell notification icon so that you get notified of this content. Go ahead and share this with your friends, I know, or your colleagues or family members. I know that they will find a lot of the stuff we're doing to be very inspirational. And I know there's going to be some people that are not going to be open to this. And you know what? That's okay. You're making the decision and the commitment to change your life. And that is the most important thing that anyone can ever ask. If someone else doesn't change, don't worry about them. Okay? They may come around and they may not. But the only thing we can control is ourselves and how we respond to others. So you can share it with them. Hopefully they'll choose to want to check in on these videos. But if they don't, don't lose sleep over it, because everyone is their own person, just like you are. And we have to appreciate everybody's own individuality. And in so doing, realize that we can't make somebody do something. I'm very happy to have all of you here with me. And I know that there's so much stuff I'm going to be sharing with you, and you're going to be sharing with me. So I know we're going to be learning a lot from each other. Again, my name is John Morley, if you didn't know that already. I again thank you for stopping by my channel, Positive Vibrational Waves. And we do publish every single night, roughly, sometime in the day, but usually we're published before midnight. Sometimes the latest are published online will be like by 1 o'clock, but we'll publish anywhere between like 9 and usually 12, but the latest would be 1 o'clock. And that's because sometimes YouTube has to encode stuff. And as we're getting more fancy with the videos down the road, it may take some more time. But I really want to put together great videos. And right now, I just want to give you good content. And then I'm going to be putting some more effort into getting a better camera and just putting in some stuff that's going to make these videos not just entertaining, but is going to give them a completely different dynamic. So I know there are many people on YouTube. I want to thank you for stopping by my channel and choosing to learn some stuff from me. And I'm going to see you tomorrow, which is actually Wednesday, and we'll dissect another problem together and break it down to components. And I think you're going to really love it. So have a great night.